Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Dr. Edward Padama and this time we are going to discuss another topic sa Practical Research 1 series natin for high school students. Specifically, kapag PR1 ang pinag-uusapan, we are referring to qualitative research method. So, ang topic natin for today ay yung tinatawag nating data gathering instrument for qualitative research. Again, this is part ng series na ginagawa natin ngayon, which is entitled Practical Research 1 for high school students. So you can check that out in my YouTube channel at Doc Ed Padama, and then click nyo lang yung playlist. Ang pangalan ng playlist natin is Practical Research 1 series. So in relation to that, I am going to ask again for your help to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my TikTok account. Both of them are named Doc Ed Padama. And both of them can be used, yung mga videos po na nandyan, sa pagsusulat nyo ng research hanggang sa pag-defend nyo ng research. So, we are going to start with our discussion for today, and then this will be the definition ng research instrument. Ano ba yung tinatawag nating instrument? So, pag sinabi nating instrument, this is comparable to a tool. So, halimbawa, isipin nyo yung karpintero. Bago siya makabuo ng bahay, meron siya mga gamit na kailangan niya upang magkaroon ng realization, ng manifestation, na mabuo itong objective ng carpenter natin. So, ito yung tinatawag nating tool. So, with this illustration that I gave you, isipin nyo na lang na ang research instrument ay mga tools para mabuo o para makatulong mabuo ang inyong research. So mamaya di-discuss natin ano ba itong mga research instrument na pwedeng gamitin sa qualitative research. So kung makikita ninyo sa kanan ninyo, ito yung mga tools as illustrated kanina sa sinabi natin, makakatulong ito para mabuo ang inyong research. So basically, that's the fundamental idea kapag ang sinabi ay research instrument o instrument. Okay, now, the selection, ang pagpili at paggawa, selection and construction ng instrument o data gathering instrument is very critical, crucial, and important. Isipin nyo na lang, may illustration ulit tayo. Kapag kayo nagluluto, halimbawa adobo, which is kilalang-kilalang Pinoy na dish. Nagluluto kayo ng adobo o balak niyong gumawa ng adobo, so ano ang mga requirements para mabuo ito? Yung ingredients. Kapag ang ingredients ninyo may mali na isa, may kulang na isa, ano ang mangyayari sa objective ninyo when cooking this adobo? It will not come out as what you expected na adobo. Di ba? It will come out differently. So that is the illustration kung gaano ka-importante, critical and crucial ang role ng instrument sa isang research. Kapag ang method ninyo ng research ay ganito, halimbawa quantitative, ang ginamit yung mga instrument ay pang-qualitative, hindi nyo mabubuo yung quantitative research ninyo. Because you do not have the data na pwede mag-support doon sa quantitative research ninyo. Kasi qualitative ang data na na-collect ninyo. So this will result eventually pag nagde-defend kayo at may nakitang problema sa instrument ninyo. Hindi siya validated at hindi siya reliable, hindi siya aligned doon sa research na ginagawa ninyo. This usually results doon sa tinatawag nating major revision. Malaki po ang magiging problema ninyo if your instrument is not aligned, it's not valid, and hindi siya reliable based doon sa objective ng research ninyo. Okay, so again, yung illustration natin, yan, parang yung nagluluto, yan, ang dami niyang ingredients dyan. So, para ma-achieve niya yung objective ng kanyang pagluluto, kailangan tama lahat ng ginagamit niya. Okay? So, that serves as a friendly reminder na prevention is better than cure. So, siguraduhin nyo na tama ang instrument ninyo before you distribute your instrument and you start gathering your data. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na process, na validation process. This is to make sure that the content of your instrument is aligned with the research that you are doing. Okay? The instrument you choose to collect the data will depend on the research method that you will be using. Yun din yung sinabi ko kanina, hindi ba? Kung ang research ninyo is quantitative, ang instrument ninyo should also be aligned with the quantitative type ng research. Kaya mayroong presentation sa defense, anong method ang ginagamit ninyo, anong instrument ang ginagamit ninyo. Both of these should align with each other. Not unless sabihin nyo na ang method ninyo is mixed method or hybrid or quanti-quali, then you will be allowed to use both quantitative method and qualitative method ng data gathering. Oo. Pero, kung pure quantitative ka, ang instrument mo dapat quantitative. Kung qualitative ka naman, ang instrument mo qualitative. Okay. The next one, data gathering instrument for qualitative research. May mga tips na kung anong pwede nyong gamitin kapag qualitative. Means the use of open-ended questions or questionnaires, interviews, observations, kasama na dyan yung focus group discussion, or any other forms which are used to collect information according to Jones, 1985. Okay, so we have already set aside kung ano yung general idea sa likod ng sinasabi nating research instrument. Ano yung nabanggit ko kanina na validation? May iba't ibang klase ng validation. So, hindi lang content validation, nabanggit ko lang ito dahil ito yung common na ginagamit. Pag sinabi nating validation, it's the confirmation, checkmark, confirmation, affirmation ng expert na ang laman ng instrument, kung ano man yung ginagamit ninyo, is aligned with the research that you are conducting. So, meron magva-validate, ang tawag natin dyan, validator, experts, ng inyong questionnaire, kung yun ang ginagamit ninyo, ng inyong instrument, na ang laman niyan lahat ay tama. Okay, that is what we call the validation process. Specifically, content validation. Yung laman niya. Okay, now, sabi natin kanina, I mentioned earlier that there are different types of validation aside from content validation. So, these are the following. You have validity, construct validity, content validity, yung content validation, face validity or face value validation, criterion validity. And then, yung scope ng validation niya, dito sa iba't ibang klase ng validation na yun, nandito naman sa definition niya. Pero ulitin natin, yung pinakamadalas, common na ginagamit na validation sa proseso ng validation process is yung content validation. Okay. The next, ano ba yung mga instrument na ito specifically na pwede nyong gamitin sa qualitative research? So, nabanggit kanina, interview. Pag sinabing interview, before the pandemic, before the new normal, ang idea natin sa interview is one-on-one, face-to-face. May magtatanong sa'yo, tapos sasagot ka. O, pwede mo pakisabi ano yung pangalan mo, edad mo, saan ka nakatira, pwede mo bang pakidescribe yung sarili mo, and so on and so forth. Question and answer, face-to-face. So, pag nangyayari ito, nakakakuha ka ng information doon sa kausap mo. So, this is already a form of a research instrument para makakuha ka ng information doon sa kausap mo. So, by definition, ang interview is a procedure designed to obtain or to get or to gather information from a person, usually. Kaya nga, face-to-face ang ginagamit dyan. Usually, kung sino yung kausap mo, yun yung kinukuha mo ng information lang. Meron din tayo mamaya maramihan, hindi lang isa. Ang tawag naman natin doon, focus group discussion. And then meron din siyang ibang prosesong ginagamit. Now, going back doon sa interview, this is designed to obtain information from a person through Q&A. Ang tawag natin dyan, oral response, answer to oral inquiries, yun yung question. So, yun yung general idea kapag sinabi nating interview, ginagamit yan sa research. At itong interview na ito, may mga types ng interview na magfo-fall under ng qualitative research. So, hindi lang basta interview, kasi merong interview na ginagamit naman sa quantitative research. So, mamaya, makikita natin kung ano-ano itong mga klase ng interview that will or that can be used at pwedeng gamitin sa qualitative research. Interviews can be conducted face-to-face. Usually, face-to-face siya talaga. Pero because of our new normal, because of the pandemic, we were forced to go online. So, any form of platform, any means that uses the internet as a medium, gumagamit ng internet para makakuha ng information without face-to-face is also classified as an interview. So, through the use of cellular phones, pwedeng sa phone mo na lang interviewin, gamit Facebook Messenger, hindi naman kailangan landline, or pwedeng direct line, or any platform using the internet. This includes yung video conferencing applications natin, which is Google Meet and Zoom meeting. So, these platforms or conferencing apps na tawag natin is not specifically used sa mga webinars. Pwede nyo yung gamitin kung meron kayong gustong interviewin na respondent ninyo. Okay. Ito na yung types ng interview natin. Yung structured interview, which will not be presented here, has a specific sequence and order ng questions na ginagamit. So, usually, magiging inclined talaga siya sa quantitative research. So, ang counterpart ng structured interview na pwedeng gamitin sa qualitative will be this one. Ito yung tinatawag nating semi-structured interview. In a semi-structured interview, kanina may specific question siya at may specific order yung structured. Dito sa semi-structured, the interviewer uses a set of predetermined questions. May mga tanong na nakahanda and the respondents answer in their own words. So, yung mga tanong na yon, ibibigay niya sa kanyang respondent. Tapos, kung ano yung sagot ng respondent nyo, i-record ninyo. But yung predetermined question does not necessarily need to follow yung order or yung sequence kagaya sa structured interview. Sa structured interview kasi kailangan talaga yung order niya you have to observe. Okay? Pare-parehong tanong, pare-parehong sequence, structured. Dito sa semi-structured, meron ng mga tanong pero hindi kailangan on that particular order. Okay? So, another type of interview, sabi natin kanina, structured, semi-structured, and ano yung difference ng dalawa. This one can also be used sa qualitative research. This is unstructured interview. So talagang walang structure, walang format, walang sequence na pinipili. Parang spur of the moment. So ang unstructured interview, the interviewer has no specific guidelines, restrictions, walang predetermined questions. Ibig sabihin predetermined, yung prepare niya ahead of time, di ba? Ng mga tanong or list of options. Anong ginagawa? The interviewer asks a few broad questions. Parang para ma-start mo lang yung conversation, para masimulan lang yan, magbibigay ka ng broad na tanong. Then after that, from that answer na ibibigay ng interviewer or respondents mo, doon ka magbi-build ng follow-up questions. The interviewer asks a broad question or a few broad questions to engage the respondents para mag-react lang siya in an open, informal, and spontaneous discussion. And from that, kailangan yung nag-gather ng data is also very alert na pag may narinig siya, pwede siyang magbigay ng follow-up question. And this is what we call unstructured interview. All of this should be recorded, should be documented. So, pwede kayong gumamit ng recorder, voice recorder, or pwede nyong i-video record yung interview if you cannot do it manually na handwritten ang pagte-take down ng notes. Okay. Unstructured interview also are particularly useful for getting stories behind respondents. Ano ba nangyari? Ipapakwento mo, hindi ba? Hindi naman pwedeng, sandali, mamaya na natin balikan yan. That's why the respondent's answer should be spontaneous para malaman mo ano ba yung storya behind doon sa sinasabi niya. Experiences or when there is little information about the topic. So kapag wala kayong idea kung ano ba yung nangyari, para ito ay mabuo, kailangan mailabas ito ng respondents ninyo. And through this structured interview, spontaneous siya, walang structure, walang guideline, kaya mas madali niyang masabi kung ano yung gusto niyang sabihin. Okay. Focus group discussion. In contrast with interview na sinasabi natin, kung makikita nyo dyan sa illustration natin, may nag-gather ng data and mas marami ang kausap niya. So, ano ang ibinibigay dito? Is it the same procedure na may question and answer? Okay, focus group discussion involves gathering people from similar backgrounds. Merong grouping, may criterion na kailangang isundin doon sa pag-gather ng mga tao or similar experiences. So pinagsama-sama sila to discuss a specific topic of interest. Magkakapareho yung classification nila and then merong specific topic of interest na ibibigay sa gitna ng group. And then ilalabas nila yung mga ideas nila in that particular group discussion. Kaya siya naka-focus group discussion, merong specific criterion, may specific group, may specific topic. Hindi lang siya isa. Hindi kagaya ng face-to-face na interview o yung interview. Okay. Where questions are asked about their perceptions, attitudes, ano yung pananaw nila, beliefs, opinions, or ideas. So, magbibigay ka dyan ng isang specific topic of interest on that particular group na binuo mo, and then yun ang igagather mo. Ano yung pananaw nila tungkol dito sa ibinigay mong idea in the middle or in the midst of the group. Okay, and that is what we call focus group discussion. Qualitative questionnaires. Usually kasi kapag yung questionnaire, meron siyang choices, may scale na ginamit, kagaya ng Likert scale, may option dyan, may range, may interpretation. This type of questionnaire will fall under quantitative research. Ano namang klase itong qualitative questionnaire pag sinasabi natin? Qualitative questionnaires attempt to elicit more in-depth responses. Ang responses na to, hindi sila magtitik, mag-check, o pipili sa scale. Magsusulat sila kung ano yung response nila doon sa particular na question niyon. So, ang tawag natin dito sa klase ng question na ito is open-ended questions. So, to elicit or to collect in-depth responses and are usually designed to find out what has changed as a result of the program. Ano ba? Feedback. Ano ba nangyari? Na-improve ba? Walang improvement o pareho lang? O, di ba? So, pwede nilang isulat yon through the use of open-ended questions. What the mentees have learned, ibig sabihin yung respondents, ano yung natutunan nila, and ano yung naging iba. So again, all of this is possible through the use of open-ended questions dito sa qualitative questionnaire. Answers obtained to open-ended questions are analyzed. Merong iba't ibang analysis na ginagamit pagdating sa qualitative questionnaire or qualitative data. Meron tayong tinatawag na thematic analysis, maliban doon, marami pa. Yung palaging lumalabas na term na ginamit nila, ano nila yan, i-gather nila, and then they're going to analyze sino yung pinakamaraming beses na lumabas, yung frequency niya, and then they are going to make an analysis and generalization na karamihan ng mga sagot na tao ay nagsabi na ganito. So walang numeric value na involved. So medyo mas mahirap, 'di ba, kapag qualitative research. Yung palang thematic analysis niya, kailangan basahin niyo talaga lahat, and you have to identify the ideas that are similar to the responses ng mga ng mga respondents ninyo. Okay. And they involve discussions and critical analysis without the use of numbers and calculations. Ganun yung analysis kapag qualitative data ang ginagamit ninyo or using qualitative questionnaires or qualitative instruments. The next one is observation. So nakikita nyo dyan, observation. Ginagamit nyo yung mata niya. When you observe, hindi lang naman mata ang gagamitin mo. You also have to use your ears. So usually, observation involves the senses. Senses ninyo. You have the sense of sight, you have the sense of hearing, and so on and so forth. But not all of your senses will be used. Okay? But generally, these senses are utilized kapag observation ang ginagamit ninyo. So there are also two types of observation. Mamaya i-discuss din natin yan. By general definition, observation is a systematic data collecting or data gathering technique that involves watching individuals. So pwede niyong i-observe, titignan ninyo in their natural environment. So halimbawa, ang example natin dito, observation sa mga teachers kung paano magturo. Uupo yung observer sa likod. Titignan niya lang doon sa ordinary class setting, paano ba nagtuturo, tapos titignan niya din yung mga pupils, yung mga students, anong reaction nila, discipline ba, yung classroom management ba, yung learning nila, and so on and so forth. Yeah, learning yung interaction nila doon sa teaching and learning process, okay ba? Okay, so this will fall under observation. The process under observation are normal and not contrived. So, yung normal environment ang kailangan nating i-observe. They can range from individual cases to groups. Pwedeng tao, pwedeng grupo. Okay? Or even whole communities. They provide highly detailed information about natural processes kasi nandun nga sa environment nila. So, the data collection is laborious, matrabaho, and time-consuming, and may have to be repeated to ensure reliability. So, minsan, kapag hindi pa enough yung data, hindi pa reliable yung data, they tend to repeat the process again. Okay? However, observation schedules based on a set of expectations can make data collection easier. So this is an advice para medyo kahit paano mabawasan yung load doon sa observation, schedule nyo lang. Kasi mahirap din yung bigla kayong papasok na mag-observe. There are biases kapag scheduled and unscheduled, but most of the time, to maximize your time nga according to the definition, you can opt or choose to schedule the observation. Okay, the types of observation that we were discussing earlier are the following. So number one is direct observation. Direct observation, operationally defined as an observation made by using your senses. Doon sa environment, sa natural environment, basta your presence is seen, nakita kayo na nandun, na nag-observe, tinitignan, alam ng teacher na nasa likod kayo, nakaupo kayo, alam din ng mga students, ang tawag natin dyan is direct observation. But you are not going to interact. You are only going to observe the environment. Okay. The other one, the opposite of this one is indirect observation, which results of an interaction. Halimbawa, after ng observation ng researcher doon sa klase, lumabas na yung mga students. So, yung indirect naman, wala na din yung teacher. Yung indirect naman, yung researcher will ask questions naman doon sa students. Ano ba yung natutunan ninyo? Ano yung feeling ninyo? Ano yung perspective ninyo? Yung pananaw ninyo? Okay ba yung ganyan? O, di ba? This is result-based or results of an interaction. Diba? And then process or behaviors are also observed. Okay, so these are basically fundamental definitions ng direct and indirect observation. So, these are the instruments, definitions ng instruments that you can use in gathering your data, specifically if you are conducting a qualitative research or utilizing the qualitative method of research. So I hope you will be reminded when you are already conducting your research kung ano yung mga dapat yung gamitin, depende sa method ng research na ginagamit ninyo, ano mga instrument ang dapat yung gamitin. So actually, this is the last part of our slide. And again, I would like to thank every one of you for following, listening, and supporting our YouTube channel at Doc Ed Padama. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow my TikTok account at Doc Ed Padama. And maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Again, meron mga videos na mag-appear sa side ng screen ninyo. These are videos that you can use in your research writing hanggang sa research defense ninyo. So marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat. Stay safe. God bless. Keep learning. Bye!